I'm from the great white north, right? Like up above the states. The big landmass that the rest of the world hates. We're like above that. Fucking north, I guess. The big patch of trees where everybody's bored to death. We're just chilling up here, sipping syrup, playing hockey. Woo! Fuck yeah, man. Just go for it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Just go for it.
Fuck yeah.
Just go for it.
Fuck yeah. Welcome to this week's Chuck and Dale show. Coming back at you drunk and stoned as usual. Hope you enjoyed last week's episode. Well, this week's topic that me and Chuck have decided to talk about is accessibility and issues to do with accessibility, with how a lot of places that say they're accessible aren't, or different options on what people think is accessible and what really is accessible. So we're going to discuss a few of our problems and stuff that we occur in our everyday life. Okay. So what should we talk about first? Well, Chuck, how about we talk about your airplane accessibility problems? Oh, man. Fucking airplanes. Fucking hate those. Fucking fuck. Fucking fuck. That sounds like you hate them. Last time I was on the airplane, it was a horrible experience. Yeah, when you're in a wheelchair, right, you go down in your power chair right outside the plane, and they have to lift you into this thin ass, what's it, an aisle seat? Oh, is that the thing that goes like up the stairs too? Yeah, it kind of goes up your ass, it's so thin. Oh, the thing where if you sit off, you can fall off left or right or forward or whatever and basically fall to your death. Yeah, well, it started out, getting lifted into it, and of course, he got some security guy there, let me help lift you, and of course, he pulls my pants half down, so I got one cheek hanging out, and then I get sat down on the chair. Of course, I'm sitting crooked, I got one cheek on the seat, the other cheek's hanging off, and, you can't fix that because the seat's so thin. And then they drag you down the aisle on this stupid little aisle seat, and your ass cheek is like rubbing on every armrest all the way down, bump, 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 bump. So when you're on the airplane, you might want to, if you know there's a wheelchair guy on the airplane, you might want to wash your armrest. Sounds like some fraternity punishment just to use a fucking airplane. Fuck. That's the initiation. Yeah, the initiation. That's what I meant to say. And then basically they fold you in half and jam you into an airplane seat. Yeah. Well, we should also talk about the fact that, once you're on the plane, everything, kind of good. And then they decide, okay, we're going to take the chair and put it in your cargo hold. Well, 9 times out of 10, your chair will either come with a broken part, fall out of the actual fucking airplane and smash into thousands of pieces. Or your chair will accidentally get put on the wrong plane, sent fucking somewhere else, and it's like, oh, well, it's already on there. There's not much we can do, so you're going to have to wait a few days. Yeah, that fucking happened to me. And we get off the airplane, and sorry, sir, we lost your luggage. Oh, okay, luggage. Yeah, I can deal with that. You mean my wheelchair? What the fuck? How the fuck do they nail somebody's wheelchair or send it off in the wrong airplane? I'm like, how the fuck does that happen? Yeah, it's like, sorry, you have no legs, but you lost it. Fuck you pretty well. The really nice thing about it was that the airport offered me to loan me one of their wheelchairs. Well, so, good. Yeah, it was nice. And then we're driving away from the airport. Next thing we know it, we're getting pulled over by a airplane security cop. And he's like, oh yeah, we can't let you take this wheelchair. We need this. And the fucking dickhead took the wheelchair. So I had no wheelchair for a day. Fuckers. So where did you sit for the fucking day? On the couch. Oh boy, that sounds fun. Let's go on a trip to spend my time on a fucking couch for a day and a half. Alright, yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
Did your chair actually come back in one piece?
Oh, there's times where things are destroyed. Fuck.
Yeah, that's fun.
I've had like foot pedals break off, armrests all fucked up. Oh, the worst was when my joystick broke. Oh,
Joystick broke.
that sucked.
Well, maybe we should figure out how to get airplanes to be accessible. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. Like, I don't really understand the problem. I don't know. I think they could have a lift and we could be tied down securely, properly. We could even sign a waiver that states that if anything happens, we'll be fine and won't sue you.
I would totally sign a waiver just for comfort. Jesus.
Because it would be sure nice to be able to fly somewhere once in a while.
Well, the military, they strap their tanks and helicopters down. Why can't they strap us down?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
There has to be some way.
So if any airline people out there watch this and you want to give us the reasons why, then, or how we go about proceeding to try and force this.
Well, it would require work. It would require them to hire somebody to work with the wheelchair manufacturers and figure something out. But, people these days are fucking lazy asses. No one wants to do anything.
Especially for us, since we have a locking pin, that would make us even safer.
Yep.
Well, I think our next topic we should talk about is, how about accessible parking spots?
Oh, yeah.
The one thing that I hate the most is like you go to your fucking parking spot where you normally park near the places you go, and there's people that park there that don't have handicap stickers that are like, oh, I'm just gonna park here for a minute, so we'll make your life an inconvenience since I can walk. And the other thing I think is that a lot of places don't have enough accessible parking.
Well, there's people like me that have the side loader vans.
Yeah, and
it's kind of funny that we have these wheelchair parking permits. You can see them. We're wearing them as necklaces, and most of these parking spots aren't workable. Kind of funny. Most of the times we have to park like in the back of the parking lot because we got side loaders.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny that a designated accessible wheelchair spot isn't big enough to allow a side loader accessible van to unload.
I will say the one thing
is kind of dumb, doesn't it?
Well, the other thing I find dumb is where they have a wheelchair parking spot beside where you get out of your vehicle, but the fucking curb is at the other end of the fucking place where you park. So how's that really accessible parking?
It has a wheelchair sticker?
Yeah.
One of those wheelchair signs. That's how.
That's how. So let's just put the gimps in the shittiest spots possible. Hope they get run over because then it'll, be fun.
Yeah, and then there's those punk asses that park in a wheelchair spot. They borrow their grandma's car and they just park in a wheelchair spot. I hate that.
Well, I hate the ones, like I said, that don't have a sticker that park there and say, oh, I'm just going to be a minute. Well, I don't really give a fuck because you can walk, so why don't you park where you can walk and we'll park where we can because we're safer. But no.
Hey, because I work for you guys, does that mean I get a wheelchair accessible sticker?
No, you're not giving enough.
Oh.
Well, I guess you do when you borrow a van.
True.
True.
But most, Michelle would be the type that wouldn't park there just on the premise.
Are you kidding? I totally park there.
Yeah.
Rockstar parking all the time.
Yeah, it is cool sometimes, especially when you can get dropped off at GM Place right on the curb and drive out right in the doors and up to the building, and there you're there.
I'll get out and crawl.
I'll get out and crawl.
Woo! Oh, what about those wheelchair accessible? You're not sure if something's accessible, and you phone them up and make sure it's accessible. Like, Jesus, what?
Yeah, like I had this place.
Some people have some crazy ideas what's accessible and what's not.
Yeah, like this one time there was a concert at the Upstairs Cabaret here, which I already thought was wheelchair accessible. or not wheelchair accessible, but someone said that they may have just got an elevator put in for their, you know, whatever. So I phoned again, knowing that it wasn't accessible. I'm like, hey, I'm in a wheelchair, a big heavy power wheelchair. I would like to come. Are you wheelchair accessible? And he's like, yep, we're wheelchair accessible. We're just up about 12 flights of stairs, or 12 stairs, but we can have our bouncers come down and lift you up. And it's like, hello, I'm in a chair, and with the chair, it's like 500 pounds. I don't feel like being carried up
Yeah,
a flight
you're
of
a heavy
stairs.
fucker.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk, Mr. Tall Man. But anyways,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
pretty tall.
So I want to risk my life being carried upstairs to something that's supposedly accessible, but is fucking entirely not. So, you know, when you say accessible, make sure you really know, because it was kind of a pain in the ass just to, you know, find that out.
They need to look up in the dictionary.
But it would have been accessible if they lifted you up.
Yeah, we'll lift you up, and if you get bumped over the stairs, well, oopsie.
I get a day off work.
Now you would get a permanent holiday if that happened, because, you know,
What about that
down,
place?
you know.
You might end up quadriplegic.
Oh shit, no! I can't feel my legs!
Yeah, that would be kind of nice, actually.
And yes, I can feel my legs.
What about that place you went to that was accessible that had that curved ramp up to 2 stairs and then another ramp up to another 2 stairs?
Oh yeah!
What was that about?
Well, I guess it was semi accessible.
Or is it partially accessible?
I don't really know if it was that they were making it and then they stopped,
They forgot about the stairs.
or that there were like 3 people doing it, but they didn't connect the, you know, the
They
trail.
connect the dots.
I don't really get that, because why would you build a ramp up to stairs and then stairs to a ramp and then
Yeah.
Well, the stairs were only like 2 inches high. It wasn't like there were real
Yeah.
stairs. Come on, Dale.
But in a wheelchair, that's still more than we
That's
can get up.
that's retarded.
Oh, I know. That's.
But it like, why would you even design something so stupid? Just do stairs or do a fucking ramp.
I think they designed it just for you.
Probably. Let's fuck with the purple guy and see if he really freaks out about this scenario.
Well, speaking about fucking people up, is one of my favorite things to do is whenever I see an antique or china shop,
You like to go
I
in there
love to
and fuck.
go in there and just kind of fuck with them. You know, get real close to the china.
You mean literally fuck them up?
Oh yeah, they get all fucking squirrely. They start like hovering over your chair, trying to, you know, get all ready to catch something just in case you bump it. So yeah, if you're ever pissed off about accessibility, just that'll make you feel better.
That will make you feel better. Just go postal and destroy the china shop.
Well, you don't have to destroy it. You just have to threaten to destroy it.
Threaten to destroy.
That's the fun part.
You just have to show up.
Shut up. Yeah.
Get that scared look on their face. Oh shit.
Oh shit, this gift's gonna cost us money. Oh no shit.
My favorite one is the BC Ferries elevators.
Oh, the elevators of death. Yeah, those are fun.
I have never had so many bruises in my life.
Trying in a wheelchair in a BC Ferries elevator with a worker, with a couple other people, it doesn't really work.
That one elevator, we
Oh.
couldn't even get a couple people in.
That was the elevator at
Remember the time?
SkyTrain. We couldn't even get in. Like, pretty well, it was like a closet. You drove in, and that's it. My whole chair took up the whole fucking elevator. The whole fucking thing. Then I have to have my worker come in this elevator because if I don't have someone and I get stuck, I fucking die. But I would have died anyways because there was no way to do a suction because the elevator was so fucking small. And then my worker has to climb in over top of me, hunched over, one leg this way, one leg the other
For
way,
example,
hugging me. What?
this is how we went
Yeah,
in.
this isn't comfortable when you get kneed in the fucking face.
That's how I had to get in the elevator
Like,
with you.
seriously. So the door shuts.
I'm not even joking.
Then
a
you
little bit.
have to twist a little more just for the door to fucking shut. Then you get up to the floor and the elevator opens slowly,
Shelley's ass.
slowly. And then it shuts ass is like up in the air.
Well, there
What did they
was
do?
one time I was in a BC ferry elevator, and like all these Asian tourists just come in, jam the elevator, right?
Because in
And
their
like they're
country
trying
they
to fit,
jam.
they're trying to fit the whole family in, or the whole tourist group in.
And then the
And
alarm.
somebody's purse gets caught on my joist. That guy start running over people inside the elevator. That was funny. Couple of people were like, "What the fuck are you doing? That's not me. Someone's purse is driving me." It's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god, that's some walker killing.
It was actually kind of scary.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I need a sip.
Oh
Head.
fuck.
Yeah, I'm drinking head.
Oh.
Wouldn't you rather get head, Chuck? Or is that an accessibility thing too?
Yeah, there's lots of room there.
Lots of room there. Oh fuck. Okay. What
I can
about
pop one like no other.
maybe I should tell you the time about my elevator experience where I want to go get drunk, so I decide let's go to this pub that a friend tells me to go check out. So they have an elevator, a little small one, but big enough for a worker and me, so I'm like, fine, let's go. So I go all the way up top, do my drinking, go to leave, and the elevator will not work. It will not go down.
Oh my
You
god.
go down and it brings you back up. Just up, down, up, down, up, down, and then after a while I'm like, okay, fuck this, I'm out of the elevator. So I get out of the elevator because I can't get out of the bar that is upstairs. So I'm sitting there with all these people and they're looking at the commotion of us trying to use the elevator. So I'm like, well, it's not working, I can't get down. So they're like, okay, come over here, we'll buy you a few drinks. So about 20 minutes later, all of a sudden there are fucking ambulances, fucking fire trucks, fucking this, fucking that, coming to the bar. So they come to the bar
I have some more head.
and they
please.
come up and talk to me. Well, now all these people that are in the bar are upstanding, looking around, wondering what the fuck's going on. Like the earth is ending with all the fucking paramedics and firemen. So I'm up top. And they're like, hey, what's the problem? I'm like, well, we can't get me down the elevator. And he's like, okay, well, that's kind of a problem, isn't it? So I go in the elevator. He does it with me, and then he sees, okay, yeah, it doesn't work. And then they're like, well, we're going to need a stretcher now. So they,
Stretcher?
yeah, because
What the
physically,
fuck?
yeah, because they wanted to lift me out of my wheelchair, put me on the stretcher, and then carry my chair down, then carry me down in the stretcher, and then put me back in my chair.
Fuck, that sounds like getting on the airplane.
Right, then I said, I can't be lifted. So then they're like, well, we can lift your whole chair with you. And I'm like, well, I'm not really comfortable with that because I don't want to fall to my death. You know, stairs, wheelchair, it doesn't really work. Little scary people hanging on. You know.
Yeah, what's one more death?
Time for a shooter.
Shooter, oh shit.
Shooter.
Time. What are we shooting today?
This one's Sambuca.
I don't know what you're shooting.
Oh man, yeah, last time I got an air bubble. Hope that doesn't happen again.
Oh, done with dinner.
So the moral of the story is,
Call your worker Michelle when there's any available firemen.
okay, well, this was before you.
Woo.
So basically, the moral of the story is they wanted to carry me down the stairs. And I'm like, well, I'm not really safe with that idea because of this. And he's like, well, yeah, I can see your concern. Well, let's try something. So he gets me centered in the elevator, pulls my batteries out,
Holy shit, man, get to the point.
and then they got me down. But by the time that I got down the elevator, all these people were staring and clapping and like, you know,
Yay,
for
we saved
saving
the
the
quad!
Ooh,
So
quad
that was
savers.
Oh, happy day!
Day.
Oh, happy day!
A miracle has just happened.
Was it because his chair was too heavy?
No, it's because the elevator had a weight capacity.
I
Which
think
they didn't
he
tell me
drank
about.
too much beer.
No, well, they
Was it
basically,
just you in the elevator with the worker?
yeah, and it said on the they told me the capacity was like 900 pounds, and I'm like, yeah, well, my chair and my worker are about
Wow,
6.
you drank that much? That's
And
like
the elevator actually could only lift 350 pounds.
that's like that Bob
That's
and
more than
Bob
your
and
chair
Doug
carried.
movie.
So basically, they gave me false information, and I could have, you know, fallen down
Well, that's retarded. That you get one fat person in there,
What?
and that's it. They can't lift the elevator.
It's like,
Like seriously.
yeah.
What place was somewhere to avoid?
Somewhere to avoid is.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you're in a wheelchair, do not go. Do not go unless you're in a manual, and then, yeah, you can go. But in electric, you could get stuck and then have an embarrassing night.
Well, one bonus thing about that is at least the firemen were talking directly to you
Yes,
and
that
not
was
to your worker.
true. Because firemen aren't dumb. They know what the fuck's going on. Just
Yeah, firemen are really good with that, eh?
well, they do help raise money for us. which is
Yeah,
good.
they're big supporters for our disability.
Thanks for that. That's,
Yeah, that's
totally
great.
awesome to our
Yeah.
firemen out
I
there.
really appreciate that.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah. Woo!
Woo! I think it's woo time. That's what Chuck's getting at.
Oh yeah, that's right. Woo! Woo!
How about we talk about, like, for instance, friends that we have that know we're disabled but kind of lack in the department of knowing what's accessible? Like, that happens to me quite a bit. What about you?
Oh yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Sure, you
Fuckers.
can come over and play poker. I only have 3 stairs.
3 stairs. Well, how big were those 3 stairs, Chuck? Or-
There were how big were these stairs? These stairs were big, real big. There are 5 stairs, but it was a heritage building, so like each stair is like twice the height of a regular stairs, so it's like 10 stairs.
10 stairs.
Yep. Lay my ramps up, and the ramps actually lay on the stairs.
Lay on the stairs.
I had to be like lifted onto my ramps so I could drive up. It was so steep.
That's fucking retarded.
It was scary.
Scary.
That was like the first house that I worked for you up on the hill there. The ramp
Oh,
for
the
that,
hill,
that
yeah.
was a scary ramp.
Yeah,
That was
that
scary.
ramp didn't meet code.
That thing scared the fuck out of me.
That was up on the hill, and the ramp to his house was on at least a 45-degree angle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's exceeding the ramp angle.
Pretty well up was okay until you got to the very top, and you really did a pop a wheelie up and bam! Down.
Well, speaking of building codes, now that we're on to that, I guess.
Building codes.
Fucking the Canada building codes and province building codes, they need to be updated badly, man.
Godly.
Oh yeah, like my chair is like just under 4 feet long, and like sitting in a wheelchair accessible bathroom stall is like impossible, especially when you have a caregiver helping you. It's impossible. They're way too small. What the fuck?
Yeah,
You need
it's-
to upgrade. Oh wow, you know, the Rick Hansen approved.
well, that's just he has a small chair.
Anybody in a manual can do it. That's great.
I kind of have fun of playing bathroom Tetris to find out which one is the worst one, because pretty well you drive in, the door can't shut, so you drive into the right, and you go a little more, then the door shuts, and then you gotta turn left, and back up, and go forward, and turn
Yeah,
right,
try not to run over your caregiver
Yeah.
while you're doing this.
and then there's like, oops, there's a sink in your rib, just because you turned a little too sharp. Because, you know, usually the sink is right as soon as you go in the door and then to the right. So you have to, like, go in, see the sink. Fuck, you can't go forward enough, so you gotta turn. And then because they're so long, the door won't shut. And then you have to turn the other way to try and fucking shut the door. And then once you get the door shut, then you need to fucking rearrange yourself so you can get at your worker that's in the corner out of the way.
You trying to
Try
get
not
at
to
your
get
worker?
killed. No, well, you know what I mean. They're in the corner
You're
out
kind
of the
of a
way
perv,
while
aren't
we.
you?
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Yeah, nobody
Perv.
puts baby in corner. Ever.
Perv.
Perv.
Well, there
I
are
wouldn't
some.
talk
There,
to Daddy.
there are some good things about bathrooms not being accessible, because when you're at like a bar and there's a lot of hot chicks, you know, you can't fit into their stall, so you know you just kind of gotta pee wherever, right? And yeah, it's always pretty funny. The girls are always trying to check you out. And you got the caregiver trying to hide your cock, and the other girls trying to check your cock out. It's kind of fun. I kind of like that. Oh,
Yes, and how many of those have been Snow Princesses? Check that you followed it.
oh yeah, man. Those snow princess love to use the wheelchair stalls.
Yeah,
You go in there, you see some residue.
stop stirring up in the wheelchair bathroom. That's a no-go zone. Anywhere else, sure, but not the fucking wheelchair.
My favorite is when I go in there to go take a pee, and I sit outside the wheelchair stall because I can't fit in it anyway, so I don't really care about that. But you hear a couple of snorts, and then they come walking out.
Yeah, don't use the wheelchair bathrooms if
It's
you're
pretty
not
funny.
disabled. Do it in the other bathrooms. We're not sitting out there waiting to take a piss while
Well,
you're fucking
really, they're
snorting
not
hard.
accessible, so what do we care?
Pretty well. Pretty well everywhere we go.
Well, I guess Rick Hansen would care.
Yes, I guess we're canceling.
That would piss him off. Always going into the bathroom and there's somebody in the wheelchair stall. Nah, fuckers.
No shit.
My funnest thing is when the girls ask you why you're in the girl bathroom instead of the boy bathroom.
Yeah, that's quite funny, especially, when we go in there, the stall, it's not like you guys are peeing out the urinal, you're in the fucking bathroom with the shut door. Like, we're just in there because it's the only way we can. We're not gonna go into a guy's washroom with women staring at their junk. Or whatever,
we
like,
tend to have more female caregivers
Yes.
than male caregivers, and it's more comfortable for the female caregivers to go into the female washroom.
Yes.
Go into the guy's bathroom and check
Well,
out
the
the
other
dogs.
thing is make
Yeah. If I have a feisty girl with me and she wants to go in the men's bathroom, it's hilarious, man. Guys get totally weird.
Yeah, I've had it only
Got
twice.
a girl in there, you got guys pinching off loaves before they're done. They're like, oh, fuck, I can't go pee, and they immediately leave.
Yeah, the
Or they
most.
walk in and immediately walk out. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. So basically, women that are in the bathrooms when we come in with the worker, just chill the fuck out. Seriously, just chill the fuck out.
Yeah, we're not there to be pervs. Well,
Chuck maybe, but
most
not
of the
me.
time, come out, I don't know, maybe sometimes. Oh, what about our buddy? You know our buddy that got stuck in the barrier-free washroom?
Yeah, that was sure barrier free, wasn't it?
Well, what happened? How was it?
Well,
How does he get stuck in a barrier-free washroom?
wow, that's what we thought.
Well, basically, apparently, the story goes is he drove into the bathroom, did his stuff. Then when he went to open the door, however it was designed, he got wedged between the wall and something else,
And
they couldn't open the door.
sounds like he got stuck in some barrier.
Yeah, so basically he's sitting in the bathroom yelling and banging on the door for help. So no one comes, so he has to call 911 and he says, I'm stuck in the barrier-free bathroom that's made for wheelchair people, probably, knowing Jody. And I am stuck. The door can't open, I'm stuck against the wall and the door, or whatever it was that he was stuck at. So 911 took his information,
Yeah.
told the staff, who then had to basically take the door off the hinges, take it off.
Well, yeah, the
so he could get out.
fire department came and They had to take the door off.
so that he could get out of this barrier-free bathroom, because I guess when he drove in to grab the handle and then back up and turn to the right to open the door, he got wedged. And then he couldn't go forward and he couldn't go backwards, and the door couldn't only open in, so he was blocking the door opening.
Yeah.
That was just stupid to have it open in.
Yeah, I know.
Wheelchair accessible. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It
was
should be
stupid.
out. It should always be out, not
The
in.
door should always open out.
So idiots that design shit, doors open out, not in. Unless, you know, like dumb.
And for you wheelie dudes, before you go into a barrier-free washroom, make sure you bring your cell phone. You
Yes.
never know.
Especially if you're in a trike. Well, you'd have your worker in there, but yeah, you never know if you're by
Well,
yourself.
not everybody in the power chair has a worker, right?
True. But
Yeah,
if you
so
do
you
get
wanna make
stuck,
sure you got a cell phone.
call 911 or, you know, your local
Maybe have an air horn.
air horn is
Air
probably
horn.
would help.
Well, the staff might have been able to hear an air horn, but you know,
Not
they
the
still would have
yelling
had, they
of
still
someone
would have
in
had
the
to take the door off.
So I guess it was barrier-free and noise-proof. That was fucked up.
Well, I don't wanna hear your
apparently
quads
we make a
farting.
lot of noises in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Moaning and groaning and stuff.
I should talk about my fucking optometrist appointment I went to. Fuck me.
Oh yeah, I heard you had a nightmare.
Oh, fuck nightmare. It was like fucking 3.5 hours of my life I'll never get back, man.
Fuck, really?
Well, I go there. They say be half an hour early because you're in a wheelchair and we'll make arrangements. So I get there.
Isn't that place supposed to be the most accessible place in Victoria?
Apparently. So anyways,
Really?
I show up.
Wow.
15 minutes early. We sit till about 3:40. Then they're like, or not 3:40, 2:40. And they said, come, we'll start you at
Hey, get
2:30.
some more head, please.
So I'm there. They take me down the hallway and stop me. And they do this one test. And then they're like, okay, we're going to move this table around and you're going to drive up to it. And we're going to have to push you forward so your eyeball lines up with this thing. Well, fucking Jesus Christ. You push your head into it, you get the one eye. Then I'm like trying to get the other eye, like farther, closer. So I'm getting pushed closer and closer. My fucking chin keeps slamming on the fucking chin rest, and I have like this fucking bruised chin. And then my neck muscles get pulled, as well as my worker's arm muscle that gets pulled because we're trying to use this. But
Well, let
unfortunately,
me get this. Your neck, you got your neck pulled and your worker had an arm pulled? That sounds kind of weird.
yeah, well, because
So kinky.
basically the machine was on the table. I had to get pushed forward as far as I could with my chin up on this little ridge in this eye thing. So my chin, like the first eye was fine, but the right eye, I kept hitting my chin, bashing it.
Which chin?
Another one under my chin.
Man,
So
the
anyways,
way you're describing this, Dale, I kind of wish I was there.
Yeah,
I
it
have
was-
a lot of frustration on you here.
yeah,
Watching you go through
you would
this.
have laughed your ass off. So then, they're like, okay, we're going to do this
Yeah,
other
just
test.
shove his head in there harder.
So then I go to this next machine that I need pushed forward again into it. At least this one was a little easier, but it was still a pain in the fucking ass. But the moral of the story is this place was supposed to be wheelchair accessible for that. So I'm like, great. So, okay, that was one knock against them. Then they put us in the aisle there. We wait about an hour in this other waiting room, away from everything, just sitting there, and then eventually we get into the room. Now the room, oh my fucking god. You go in,
Ooh,
and it's
yeah.
like, we're gonna back you up here and line you up. Guess what? The door doesn't shut. So then I have to scurry over, move a chair out, and then my worker's beside me as tight as I can to the counters. Then you get the door shut. Then they're like, well, now you have to be in this spot because this is where the camera is. So then, now if the doctor opens the door, I'm getting hit with the door, so I have to move again. then the doctor gets in and I'm backed up as far as I can to this chair, and basically he does the eye test, but basically you couldn't even, Chuck wouldn't even be able to fit in there. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I'm tall. And long.
And so much bigger than Dale in so many different ways.
Shut up.
Oh, really?
Fuck off. You guys are assholes. Superman. How
Has
come
a
he's-
bigger dick than Dale.
No, Superman.
Ah!
Right now, Superman looks like a limp dick.
Well, he
that's
is
for sure.
Superman.
He got fucked up. Ryan still hasn't. Wow, I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you, Ryan. You haven't even come to visit and apologize to Sue. What's going on here?
Yeah, Ryan.
Come on, man up,
Jesus.
man up.
Come and at least apologize for your
Yeah, man.
fight and say I'm sorry for fucking you up, dude. Cause
Yeah, I
now,
don't think you realized Ryan
Just-
was so strong.
just so you know, Ryan, our crime rate has gone up thanks to you.
It has.
Yeah, well, Superman's not around to help. So it's like, you know, yay, Superman's retired. That's what everybody says, but he'll be back. Oh, fuck, he'll be back.
Ooh, fuck you.
Oh, fuck yeah. You know, Chuck, I think we need to listen to some Be Rich right now. 'Cause those
Be
guys are
Rich.
awesome. Be Rich and Shark Tank are awesome since they
Okay,
allowed us.
well, can you hand me my penis?
So this one goes
Yeah,
out.
I'll play it. I'll play it for us.
So this one goes out to Be Rich and Shark Tank for allowing us to use your music in our show, and
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
and anytime you want to come on our show, we would love to have you as our guest. So anytime.
Woo!
Woo! Out for a rip, are you, bud? Speaking of out for a rip, I think it's time for some out for a rip there, Michelle. Please.
What do you mean?
More marijuana.
Oh.
Dale needs to do.
I do have a
Give me the
car.
bag.
I come from the land of the polite, where shit's covered in ice. And when I'm down in the States, they're like, you're too fucking nice. Like, yeah, we got matters, but fucking buddies still fight and fucking swear and fucking drink all night.
Fuck yeah, boy. Yeah.
Just go for a rip.
Rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. Well, there you go. That's Out for a Rip by Be Rich and Shark Tank.
Yeah, that's a great song, guys. I love it.
Can't wait to hear your next song. It's probably going to be even awesomer. So,
What, are they coming out with the next song?
well, you should. I mean, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's-
I hope they do that. That was a good one.
If you do a marijuana song, but make it Canadianized, that would be fucking A, buds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weed.
We.
It's almost time for another shot, man.
Oh shit, it's shot time. Here
Yeah,
we
you have
go.
a shot in a bag, eh?
Cheers.
So
Do you
what,
want some of this bag, Chuck?
what are we drinking now?
Fireball.
Well, yeah.
Oh, for a ripper, you bud.
Woo!
Oh yeah. Fireball. Fucking A.
Fireball.
Fireball and weed.
Like, we look like fucking, well, Chuck looks like a pimp. I look like I don't even know, what would I, punker? I don't know.
The Billy.
Rockabilly, motherfucker.
We're a rockabilly quad.
We're the quads. We can start a rap group like this.
Whatever happened to neck hosers?
Well, we're still neck hosers, eh? That's a Canadian term, eh? We're in the Great
Neck
White North.
hosers.
Did you guys even post that show yet?
No, Chuck's
That show was a disaster.
Well, yeah, that was a disaster. I mean, I think we can redo it and just do clips and put that on YouTube like you suggested. But I don't know. I thought it was funny. It's just I got a little fucked up.
Woo! Oh yeah.
Because I think I neck hose too much marijuana that night.
Yeah.
Because that shit is awesome.
We were really fucked up that night.
Yeah, I think I drank 4 tall boys. Pretty sure 5, I think.
I don't remember you drinking tall boys.
Yeah, I had the beer with the beaver on it for beaver tribute.
Oh, thirsty beavers.
Thirsty beavers.
Yummers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we were kind of getting a little bit off topic here.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. How about the incidences, like, you know, when we go out to public places, right? And we're at, like, say, a bar or a restaurant, but the waitresses always come up to the worker and say, what would they like? It's like, you know, like we're not even there, like we're not even part of this world.
How are they supposed to know what we want?
Yeah, I know, and it's like,
Some of them that might have been with us for a long time might know, but they all don't know what we want.
yeah, but it's still, the
He wants you to get on his lap and ride.
ride is like it's nothing like the wind. No, I don't even know where that came from. Jump on it. You
No,
know
I don't
what
know.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I would be talking.
But anyways, the moral of the story is, like, you know, when you see people that are in wheelchairs, it doesn't all mean that we're, like, you know...
We want you to get on and ride.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we do.
Like, we are all there. We're not fucked up. We just can't use our fucking muscles. Like,
What the general etiquette should be, in my opinion, should be that they talk to us first. And if for some reason our disability impedes our ability to talk, we'll be with a caregiver that can help.
yeah.
But we're the number one priority here. Come on, Jesus.
Yeah, we want to just be treated like regular people. So,
No, you don't. You want us to wait on you hand and foot.
Well, sometimes.
Chuck, baby, no. No, but
No, in general, yeah.
idea of that, you know, we're still humans, so you can talk to us. We're not gonna, like, bite. We're not, like, fucking contagious.
Well, of course we're not going to bite. We might run them over, though.
Run that BLHO up.
How about the people that won't scratch your itches when you have itches?
Yeah, sometimes our balls get itchy.
What? I wasn't even going there.
Well,
Wow.
Well, look, we still all the time.
Chuck's talking about balls.
You
Okay,
can't
well,
itch my
on
own
our
balls.
next subject,
Well,
how about the fucking stars that have
Dale has really itchy balls. That's why he wants to move on.
fuck off, trick?
If it looks like mayonnaise, it probably tastes like
Okay, yeah, we're cutting that.
Whoa.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is, like, you know, how about places that have, like, automatic doors that usually, you know, you push the button, one door opens. The thing about that is make both fucking doors open.
Oh, yeah, when they have like the one small door open.
Yeah. Or the other problem is you hit the fucking button and the door doesn't open. Like, maintenance that shit, bitches.
I mean, and quite often they put the buttons in the weirdest places.
Yeah, like 10 feet from the door. So by the
Or
time
like
you get-
in like a corner.
Yeah, but 10 feet from the door. What if you're disabled? You hit the button, then you gotta take your time to get your hand on the joystick again, then
Well-
drive in, and by then the doors are shut. So it's like, you know,
You know what they should have? How they should do it?
your center
Because if
pads.
somebody's in a wheelchair, right?
Not everybody can use their
Yeah,
hands either.
you can either do a center pad thing or like a big plate that's lower down that you could bump with the lower part of your chair, like your foot pedal or something like that. Because not all of us can put our arms out.
Or a square you can drive your wheel on.
Yeah.
Bit back from the door, like,
Well, you can't. Yeah, you can't have that for every building, but
yeah. How about in the UK, that video I showed you with the stairs that actually folded up and
Yeah,
into a
they got
ramp.
stairs that fold into a ramp.
Yeah, it was
That's pretty
pretty
cool.
cool. So you basically drive on this ramp, and elevator lifts you up and into the spot, and then you drive in, and as you do that, the elevator goes down and folds up, and the stairs come back, and then when you run out again, you hit the button, and the same thing happens.
Yeah. Well, I think you need about 5 or 6 stairs for that setup to work. 5, 6 or more.
Yeah, it was pretty
But
cool.
if it's like 2 or 3, then that kind of system won't work.
Yeah, if I ever had a house, I'd have one of those if I built my own.
Oh, whoa! You're building your own house?
No. One day, if I win millions, which will never happen, so yeah.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
Okay, we're getting off
How
topic
about
again.
the fact that I think one thing that I would suggest is, like, I understand there's the regular Olympics and the Paralympics, but
Yeah,
I think
that pisses me off.
Paralympics are just as good as Olympic athletes, that I think
Oh, they
they
are.
should be qualified as in the Olympics, but maybe a different division if that's, like, you know, the legalities of your rules, but, you know,
Wow,
I think they should be able to compete with the athletes that, you know, that they are inspired to be like.
Yeah, like the Paralympic sports should be part of the Olympic sports.
Yeah, but just
You
a
know?
different division, because I think they should all experience it together, because, I mean, they are the best athletes.
The best athlete?
The
Well,
best
you
athletes
gather
on
the
earth.
best athletes. Well, they gather the best able-bodied athletes together, and then they exclude the ones that have disabilities. But some of them are very talented athletes, and I think they deserve the respect to be in the regular Olympics. There should be no difference.
Yeah, I think that's true. So I think that's something that the Olympic Committee should look at and
Well, the first
change.
thing they're going to say, "Oh, it's too many sports at once."
Yeah,
Okay.
but the idea of the Olympics is to showcase all of the world's talent.
Exactly.
Which country is the best of the best?
Yeah. Which countries has the best gyms?
Pretty well. I guess. That's awkward, but okay.
Yeah, so it's not the right word to use.
Give freedom. That's what we're saying. Yeah, I guess so.
Nice.
Oh, the other thing I was thinking we should suggest is, like, I mean, there probably are some of these out there, but we're not sure of here, but is accessible rentals, like, you know, RVs that you can rent for a week that are wheelchair accessible, or boats, or, like, you know, places that you can go stay at or shit, because that's one thing I think would be cool, is, like, you know, more of that, because I've been to hotels that say they're wheelchair accessible,
Oh
and
man,
wow.
head.
fuck, man. It's like you drive in and that's it. You can't turn around, you can't do nothing. So you spent all this money on a room that's so small that you can't even use it, but yet they say it's accessible. Because it kind of sucks when you show up with all your gear and you go to set up
Well,
shit.
again, that comes to the code.
Yes.
You know, most building codes are built to suit people like Rick Hansen.
I know. So I think
You know,
the code needs to
A
be...
guy with extreme upper body strength and a super small manual wheelchair.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
So what we're asking is that a lot of places that aren't accessible get with the times, like, you know.
Well, it's hard for them to get with the times if the government isn't with the times. So you know, I think it's a two-pronged approach.
Well, true. The government needs to actually talk to people that are disabled and not make up codes that they just think are applicable. Just like government thinks they know everything, but they don't. You need to listen to the people and
Well, they're kind of
figure out
lazy
shit.
too, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, I would love to be a wheelchair as a wheelchair person, going to places and saying the reasons why you're not accessible, and actually doing tests and shit for buildings to see if it is up to code.
Holy fuck, you know how much work that would be?
Yeah, like me, fucktard. But I mean, I
Well,
think
it'd be a lot of work because they're so far behind.
well,
What it
true.
should be.
But what I mean is, it should be just a little better, especially now in the age that we are, where there's so many advancements with everything that I think you need to kind of revamp the accessibility issues in Canada and other places in the world too, probably.
Would it be nice to like be able to use an airplane without worrying about your chair being broken or without you being
Yeah.
hurt?
Yeah, like with the technology advancements, like I don't understand why an airplane can't be wheelchair accessible like our vehicles are, that you can drive in, walk in, and you're safe. And like, I mean, I'd even sign a waiver on an airplane saying that in the event of a whatever, I wouldn't sue, but the chance, just for being the chance to go and do that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact if you crash, you get either way.
Pretty well.
Oh yeah, you're dead anyways. Of course.
So
I'm gonna sign a
basically,
waiver.
I would love to see like more accessible options within the next few years, that we could actually fly to Vegas for once, since we've never really been there. Like, I mean, I've been to California when I was 9, and New York when I was 6, and other than that, that's all the traveling I've done other than by vehicle, because I can't get lifted anymore, and it's
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
And I would love to go.
Well, at least you've traveled a few places.
Yeah, I got to see a few places and I've done things, but it'd be nice to one day just say, oh, I want to go to California for a couple days, or go to fucking Vegas for a few and fucking party like it ain't no tomorrow. Like, I would love the option to be, as a person in the wheelchair that can, easily go without
Yeah,
that.
I want my own accessible G6.
Oh, not G6, yes. So,
Yeah, just think of the parties you could have on that.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
What about boats?
Well, boats sometimes are accessible and not. It also depends. If you have too many wheelchairs, you can sink.
Yeah, like the time we were on the pontoon boat.
On the pontoon boat.
Well, pontoon boats are supposed to be unsinkable.
Not when you're in wheelchairs, I guess not.
No, there was a time we were in Kelowna, and I think it was a bocce ball tournament that we were at, and we decided to go on a pontoon boat, and we're talking to the guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, he didn't mention anything about the weight." The weight restriction on a pontoon boat, because you never think of it, because pontoon boats
That's
just
are
don't sink.
unsinkable.
But when you load a pontoon boat with 6 power chairs and 8 able-bodied people, and you're going full speed forward, the boat kind of nosedives.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was kind of freaky, because the boat started to nosedive, and we're taking on water. And of course, we got a couple guys in wheelchairs that didn't take their seatbelts off. So
Ah, shit.
they're trying to take their seatbelts off. Everybody else is trying to go to the back of the boat to stop the boat from taking on water.
So the moral of the story, if you're in a wheelchair and on a boat, leave your seatbelt off. If you have a drink, well, you're pretty well fucked. So
Yeah,
just,
definitely do not wear your seatbelt.
Yeah, definitely do not. And if
Your
you
seat cushion can be used for a flotation
device,
device.
not your safety belt, because that's only used as a positioning device. Pretty well.
Not that you could actually grab hold of your seat cushion.
Woo!
No, I'd be fucked, but
That was a fireball belch. Yum.
so the moral of the story is, don't be stupid with accessible. Make sure you are accessible, and don't say that you are when you're not, because it's fucking irritating to go somewhere and be like, oh great, I can't get in, and I made plans with all my friends.
Yeah, oh great, we gotta lift you up 12 stairs.
Yeah, so don't be stupid, and Canada, you need to change your codes and actually talk to people that might be in
Yeah,
wheelchairs
we
to
need
find out
to talk and update these codes.
So I think the Chuck and Dale show will do a email
Petition.
and an email to the motherfucking government and say, hey,
Oh.
fuckheads.
We should do a couple of petitions. We should do a petition about the building codes in Canada that need to be upgraded. And we should do another petition to get the fucking airplanes fucking accessible. Jesus
Yes.
fuck.
And the other thing I was going to suggest about accessibility is that maybe we should even talk to the government about people that require a worker no matter what, that should be able to get into venues or concerts or whatever with just one ticket. For example, if we go to a Canucks game, it's like, $110 for a ticket, but then if we want our workers to go and they,
Well, your workers have to go.
and your workers have to go, it's unfair that they have to pay to go, and it's unfair for us to have to pay double to go to an event. So I think they should look at that too.
I think it's funny when they say, "Oh, we'll take care of him."
Yes, they'll
Yeah.
take care of me. Like they know how to suction and shit. So yeah. But. So the moral of the story is we need to make things a little more accessible, and I think that's pretty well what the Chuck and Dale show should do, and I think that's why we started the show, just to kind of show a bit of our, I guess, trials of life, eh, Chuck?
Okay.
Trials of life. You guys are
Well.
more drunk and you do more things than I do.
What?
You guys get drunk more than I do. You guys do more things than I
No,
do.
but I want people to know that we're not, stupid people that just sit at home. We go out and have fun and party and get drunk, and they're just like normal
That's
fucking
what
idiots.
stupid people do.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're pretty much done here, Dale.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
You can stop it or whatever.
What?
Michelle.
You want me to do what?
Stop
What?
recording.
You want me to touch what?
To stop.
I come from the land of the polite, where shit's covered in ice. And when I'm down in the States, they're like, you're too fucking nice. I'm like, yeah, we got manners, but fucking buddies still fight and fucking swear and fucking drink all night. Fuck yeah, bud. Just go for it.
Yeah, go for it, Rick.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking rip it.
Rip it hard. Oh, yeah, bitch. Thanks for watching the show.
We like to thank Be Rich.
And Shark Tank, because they are the only ones that have responded to our request to use their great Canadian awesome music in our show.
Yeah, check out our YouTube channel at The Chuck and Dale Show and our website at chuckndale.ca.
That's the letter N